Story time, it's my favorite time, spending time reading with you. Welcome to another story time with Gam Gam. Let's see what we have for today. Welcome back to Story Time with Gam Gam, and we have a fun story today, Stanley the Farmer. And this story was written by William B. And I can relate to this a little bit more than I could maybe a year ago because I am now living in rural America also, in the countryside. Stanley the Farmer. So look at all those tools. Do you know what all of those are for? I wonder if they're going to tell us about them. Let's read and find out. Where is Stanley? He is going to be very busy today on his farm. See the barn, there's a tractor, bales of hay with a hay fork in it. The first thing to do is plow the field so Stanley can plant some wheat. He pulls the green plow with his red tractor. You see the green plow there? And he's pulling it with his tractor. Sue must help Stanley spread manure. They don't look very happy, do they? That's probably, and that's what it says. It's smelly work. Yeah, it is smelly work, but it makes the soil so much better. Stanley drives the tractor up and down the field while Shamus pours seed into the hopper. Look at now the seeds are going into the soil where they plowed. That's good teamwork. Now, little Woo is helping too. Oh, look at, there he is. They water the seeds twice a day. They do it the hard way. The wheat is growing quickly, but Stanley is worried that the birds will eat it. What do you think he's going to do? So he puts up a scarecrow. Hope it works, Stanley. That's a nice looking scarecrow, isn't it? Smiley face, but on the overalls, it's kind of a stern look there with the buttons as the eyes, and then maybe a pocket across the middle that makes the mouth. Now Stanley's wheat field looks beautiful. Look at that, all those golden grains. Stanley is very pleased, and he's got his little thermos there with his coffee. Next, Stanley needs to cut it all down. He uses his big green combine. So that cuts through the wheat, and then it spits out the grain. And so the grain comes out the top of that chute, and then the leftover straw comes out the bottom there. Do you see where it's falling? And it looks like maybe Shamus is trying to catch the grain that's coming out of the combine. The grain goes into the sack that Shamus is holding, and the straw comes out at the back. Now there's even more fun and hard work to do. The blue baler makes the straw into nice, neat bales. See? Shamus is putting the hay into the top of it, and Stanley's picking up the bales as they come out. All finished. Stanley gives Shamus and little Woo a little ride, a lift back on his trailer. And they're sitting on top of the grain. Now they're headed back to the farmhouse. Thank you, Shamus. Thank you, little Woo. Well, what a busy day. Stanley's house. Time for supper, time for a bath. And time for bed. Good night, Stanley. So Stanley was very busy on his farm. But the good thing is that when you plow the field and you plant it and then water it, you have to water it twice a day, remember? And that goes on for a long time, weeks and months. And then you get to cut the hay with your combine, or your wheat, cut your wheat with the combine, and then you get your grain and you get your straw and you get to make bales. And you can use the bales for lots of fun stuff. I hope that you've enjoyed this story, And I hope it's given you a little bit more idea about what farming might be about. You have a great day. I love you.